subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon.
Hello friends, today I am going to discuss another important term that is frequently used in genetics, that is haploinsufficiency. We know that genetics is the branch of biology that concerns with the study of the genes, genetic variations and heredity in the organisms. Inheritance is the process by which genetic information is passed from the parent to the child. This is why members of the same family tend to have similar characteristics. Inheritance describes how genetic material is passed on from parent to child. The reception of genetic qualities by transmission from parent to the offspring is called inheritance. In autosomal dominant inheritance, an affected individual has one copy of the mutant gene and one normal gene on a pair of autosomal chromosomes, whereas in the autosomal recessive disease, it requires that the individual have two copies of the mutant gene. As you can see here, in the autosomal dominant inheritance, if the dominant allele comes, the person will be affected. In the presence of only one dominant allele, still the person is affected. For the human being or the person to be normal, there must be two recessive copies of the chromosomes present, alleles present on a chromosome. Whereas in case of autosomal recessive inheritance, the heterozygous is phenotypically normal, so it is called a carrier, because the person is carrying the disease allele but is phenotypically not showing the symptoms of the disease. And for a person to be affected, there must be two recessive alleles present, and for a person to be the normal, there must be two normal alleles, two dominant alleles present. So the autosomal recessive inheritance shows that both copies of the gene in each cell have the mutations. The parents of an affected individual with autosomal recessive condition carry one copy of the inherited muted gene, but they typically do not show signs and symptoms of the condition. The carriers in case of autosomal recessive disease are at the genotypic level heterozygous, but at the phenotypic level they do not show any symptoms of the disease, and at the biochemical level, as shown here, they are the intermediates of the two forms, that is the normal phenotypic form and the affected phenotypic form, because at the biochemical level, one allele, that is capital A, is enough to produce the enzyme at a threshold level that is required for the normal phenotype. Haploinsufficiency is genetically described as a model of dominant gene action in diploid organism. Single copy of the standard wild allele, that is wild type allele, at a locus in heterozygous combination with a variant allele is insufficient to produce the standard phenotype. As we have discussed in the previous slide, the intermediate form, the heterozygote state is enough to produce the normal biochemical concentration of the enzymes or the receptors, but in case of heteroinsufficiency or haploinsufficiency, the heterozygous state is not sufficient to produce the standard phenotype. Haploinsufficiency may arise from a de novo or inherited loss of function mutation in the variant allele, such that it produces little or no gene product. Although the other standard allele still produce the standard amount of the product, the total product is insufficient to produce the standard phenotype, so it results in the diseased phenotype. Haploinsufficiency is a standard explanation of dominant deleterious alleles. Haplosufficiency is the opposite of haploinsufficiency, in which the single standard allele in a heterozygous genotype produces sufficient gene product to produce the same standard phenotype as seen in the homozygote. How the haploinsufficiency arises? The mechanisms include a mutation in the gene may have erased the production of the message. One of the two copies of the gene may be missing due to a deletion. The message or the protein produced by the cell may be unstable or degraded by the cell. This is the diagrammatic explanation of haploinsufficiency. You can see that when there are two normal alleles present, it results in wild type phenotype, but when there are two muted alleles, it results in the muted phenotype. In case of a heterozygote with one normal and one mutated phenotype, one normal and one mutated allele, the phenotype must be wild type, but this is not the case because the mutant allele is dominant to the wild type allele, because individuals heterozygote or homozygous for the mutant allele are both in mutant phenotype, means the mutated allele is the dominant over the normal allele. As a result, it is unable to produce the standard phenotype and results in haploinsufficiency. In conclusion, we can say that haploinsufficiency is a situation in which the total level of a gene product produced by the cell is about half of the normal level, and that is not sufficient to permit the cell to function normally. One of the two copies of the gene may be missing due to a deletion. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe.